to mindfulness. Mindfulness, the subjective state of the consciousness. Mind works best for objective reality, and the mind has no clue for the subjective reality, and that is why we say it is mindfulness, going beyond mind. It is the state of awareness that is different and about the mind. From today, we are taking a journey how Buddha explained all these practices. It's a journey. Become aware of yourself. Be comfortable. So when you are comfortable, your eyes are closed and legs are uncrossed. In any position that is comfortable, sitting, lying down, any position will do. When the eyes are closed and we are comfortable, simple thing, being comfortable, looking at the neck joint and remove the uncomfort, if there is any. How we do it? Undo the discomfort by adjusting and aligning these joints. Shoulder joints, hip joints. So you are aware of the hip joint, there is a feeling and a comfort. Knee joints, comfort. Ankle joints, comfort. The entire body is comfortable. The Buddha says the very first principle of the Eightfold Noble Path is the right perception. You can say the right knowledge. Goes with the right desire. Right knowledge. So we don't perceive being comfortable through the mind. We use the mind. But the mind is not using the past memory of doing something to be comfortable. Being comfortable is the step. Now be carefree, free from all the cares of the mind. Knowledge, right perception, and continuing the journey. Carefree, thoughts, feeling, sensations, any content of the mind, anything that we see and anything we experience is separate from our I-ness. Body is separate, mind is separate, thoughts are separate, thinking is separate, feeling, sensations. We are carefree of all those movements. being carefree, and being casual. Being casual is being natural. So, first, understanding of being comfortable, being carefree, and being casual. They are all non-practice. And once we start living in that state of being comfortable, being carefree and casual, the journey to the subjective reality that lies deep within us behind the mind becomes easy. And today we will follow consciously a movement of the mind from outside to inside. Outermost layer, the world outside. Let us become aware. Awareness of me as your guide. And a guided simply means you lend the mind of a teacher during the practice. Your mind is kept aside. It is listening and turning that listening into a conscious awareness. That is why we say mindfulness is a non-practice. The space between you and me, the space around the body. The objects of the senses, hearing, other noises, become aware of the smell if there is any, at the tip of the nose, become aware of the taste in the tongue, looking inside in the space as eyes are closed. Because the mind tries to understand it, and that is why it is important that you lend the mind of a guided teacher. That's why it becomes a guided mindfulness practice. Your mind is aware of the listening and translate that listening into an awareness and experience. So outermost layer, we are aware of it. And we are aware that it is not me. What is the second layer? After the word, it is body. Body is material. The body has no life. It is given life by the mind and the life force. Let us become simply aware of the head and the neck. Experience maybe a sensation, the space outside, right arm, sensation. So mind brings in the past. It is hot or cold, light and heavy, good or bad, lot of sensations. So we just experience and we don't move. Look at the left arm, sensation, lightness, heaviness, cold or hot, tingling or numbness. Look at the rib cage and the belly. Together, rib cage and the belly, sensation. We are simply aware of the sensation, and we are also aware what the mind brings in from the past. Sometimes this mind says, no, it is hot, it is cold, it is heavy, it is light, it is tingling, it is numbness. Whatever it is, we recognize, but we don't do anything. Look at the right leg. Sensation, same thing. Let the mind bring in any past. So when it passes on the information, it is okay. But when the mind brings the clinging, then we go far from mindfulness. So looking at the right leg, feeling the sensation of hot, cold, high, heaviness or lightness, tingling or numbness, or the stillness, look at the left leg, same thing, the sensation is there. And that sensation may be experienced based on the information given to us by the mind. Heaviness, lightness, hot, cold, whatever it is. In the entire body, from the top to the toes. Knowing clearly, mindfulness is the discovery of the subjective reality that lies at the center of our existence, behind and above the world, the body, the breath, the mind, intellect, and ego. In this journey, we will understand how the Eightfold Noble Path of Buddhism helps us to go deeper and succeed in mindfulness. A reminder, we are comfortable, carefree, and casual. Outermost layer is the world of objects, possessions, and relations, and we are still aware of the space outside you and me. I'm the world for you and you are the world for me, because mind is moving outside and it perceives. The second layer is the physical body. We experience a sensation and also the stillness. Next layer is the breath. Breath continues to move. Sometimes we are aware, other times we are not aware. So we make a choice. The breath goes in and out. We explore, what is this breath? Breath goes in and out. First thing, feeling the sensation of the breath, and we are aware that we do not change the rate and the rhythm of the breath. That is the key. Now see that we have a right perception that continues. The way we are continuously aware that we are in the room, you and me, and continuing the journey to the mindfulness. At the same time, we are aware of the world outside as the outermost layer. We are aware of the physical as the second layer, and the third is the breath. Going in and out, feeling the sensation of the breath, and no change in the rate and the rhythm of the breath. Every time we will customize the practice based on your experience, but from today our journey is through the Eightfold path of Buddhism. First noble path is the right perception, and the second is the right intention. We'll bring that right intention on the surface in our next journey. You are looking at the breath that is going in and out, feeling the sensation of the breath, and no change in the state of awareness of the body, including the sensations, and also awareness of the world outside. That is the key. That is what is the right perception in today's journey. When we are simultaneously aware of being comfortable, carefree, and casual, awareness of the world just outside, the space, you and me, listening, the state of the physical body, that is, feeling the sensation, and there is a sense of stillness. At the same time, we are aware of the breath. This helps to expand the mind. One great teacher who lived before Buddha, he said expansion of the mind makes us aware of a meditative state. And now the fourth layer of thinker, thought, thinking. With reference to the breathing, when the breath goes in and comes out, when the body is experiencing the sensation, when we are aware of the world outside, when we are comfortable, carefree, and casual, in those moments, thought comes, thought goes. Thinker returns, thinker drops. And sometimes the mind starts thinking. There are three movements of the mind. It brings in the past, as thoughts. It starts thinking and then drops. And it continues to repeat a thought. Everything is okay. We do nothing. So do it with reference to the breath that is going in and out. Breath goes in. There is an uninterrupted awareness. What interrupts? The thought, thinker, memory. What we are doing? We do nothing. Let it come and go. Let it come and go. A right perception has to be there. So when I speak, you are aware of the breath. At the same time, thoughts are coming and going. Thinker takes over and drops. The memory returns. It doesn't mean that we are not aware of the sensation and the stillness in the body. The conditioned mind takes over. In the state of doing nothing, there is an expansion of the mind. It is like driving on a highway. We are aware of our own car. That is our body. We are also aware of the rear, front, back, in all directions. We are aware of the line. That is what it's a dynamic awareness. It is not doing anything. And in that state, we discover that we are living in a present moment. We also discover we are living within. And we also discover we are knowing. There is a right perception. There is a simultaneous awareness of the space outside you and me. Sensation, relaxation is there in the physical. We are aware of the breath at the same time, and so the thinker in the thought. We get some glimpse as if deeper than the thought in the breath, there is something. In today's journey, we'll keep our mindfulness practice that there is something, there is a faint awareness deep inside, behind the breath, thinker in the thought, about the body, bypassing the world. So when we are living in the present or living within, we are not doing anything. I'll not speak for a minute, but I'm still with you. Live in that state of doing nothing and living within, living in the present, living in the state of mindfulness. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. We return in a specific way so that we continue to live in that state of the mindfulness. We don't rub our hands. Bring your mind on the right palm, on the left palm. Bring your both the palms on your eyes, open the eyes inside, know your experiences.